Hi, Lions. Thanks for joining me for another lesson. Today, I'm going to introduce you to some new sight words or heart words. We'll review ones we've already learned, and then we're going to practice spelling and reading a new story that has all the heart words and sounds we've already learned. Okay, the first word I want to introduce you to is ever. Let's read it. Ever. Spell E-V-E-R. Ever. Now, if you can read and spell ever, you can read and spell never. Never. Spell N-E-V-E-R, never. So it's just ever with an N at the front. Okay. The next word I'm going to introduce you to is even. Even numbers are numbers that you can divide up in pairs. Even. Let's spell E-V-E-N, even. Good job. All right, the last new word for today is change. Let's spell C-H-A-N-G-E, change. Now, I know we're not going to be automatic with these new words for today, but we're going to practice them every day so you will become automatic. Remember, our heart words are words we want to know by heart, or we want to know them automatically because they're used so often, and you're going to use them often in your writing. All right, let's read, spell, read the rest of our heart words. I need to hear you. Mind. M-I-N-D, mind. Kind. K-I-N-D, kind. Should. S-H-O-U-L-D, should. Ago. A-G-O, ago. Read, spell, read with me. Nothing. N-O-T-H-I-N-G, nothing. Answer. A-N-S-W-E-R, answer. School. S-C-H-O-O-L, school. Read. R-E-A-D, read. The second way, read. R-E-A-D, read. You'll know if it's read or read depending on the sentence in. Ben. B-E-E-N, Ben. Four. F-O-U-R, four. This is the number 4. Because. B-E-C-A-U-S-E, because. I remember my boys taught me a little trick to learn how to remember how to spell because. They came up with a little saying, bunnies eat carrots and usually something else. And that helped them to remember what letters are in the word because. Won't. W-O-N'-T, won't. Remember, this is a contraction. A contraction is just a shorter way of saying something. So this is short for will not. It means the same thing. And don't. D-O-N'-T, don't. Also a contraction. This is a shorter way of saying do not. Don't feed the bears. Do not feed the bears. See. S-E-E-C. This is talking about the seeing that you do with your eyes. Some. S-O-M-E, some. Little. L-I-T-T-L-E, little. Goes. G-O-E-S, goes. She. S-H-E, she. R, A-R-E, R. Here, H-E-R-E, here. Give, G-I-V-E, give. What, W-H-A-T, what. Put, P-U-T, put. Watch. W-A-T-C-H, watch. Sure. S-U-R-E, sure. Now this sure is talking about, are you sure? Are you positive? The sure, like at the beach, is spelled differently. Okay, let's get started with spelling. If you don't have paper and pencil, go ahead and pause the device while you get your materials, and everyone else will get started. The first word we will spell is claim. When you fly on an airplane, you have to claim your baggage. Let's sound it. Claim. Claim. I know that's a blend, like clay, clam. Claim. I hear the long A. And so it could be silent E or the AI. We know AY is at the end of a word. For claim, it is the AI spelling. So A, and I'm going to spell A with AI. Claim. I hear M, which is an M. So this is how you spell claim. The next word we're going to spell is clang. Clang. Now, did you hear the ng at the end of the word? Ng. Do you remember in the lesson from yesterday, we learned that when you hear ang, it is spelled like this, like bang, fang. So clang would be spelled with this ending. So just like claim, it's that CL blend, clang. And I know it's going to end with ANG, clang. I'll have to add that to our long A card hanging up there. Okay, the next word is glided. The plane glided through the air. Now I hear at the end of glided, I hear the suffix, the past tense suffix. Remember, when you're spelling a word that has a suffix, take off the suffix and spell the base word first, and then add the suffix. So the word would be glide, glide, I hear the GL blend, like in the word glad. So glide, glide. So we have two ways to spell long I, and I will tell you it is a silent E spelling for the word glide. So I, glide. Hear a D. And then if it's silent E, then I know there has to be an E at the end of the word. So it should look like this, glide. Now we want it to be glided. So we know you add ED to the end of it for the id. There's already an E here, so all I have to do is add the D, glided. Okay, let's spell one more word. Pay. You have to pay the tolls to go across the Bay Bridge. Pay. So, which is the letter P. Pay. I hear a long A, and it's the end of the word. So remember, we use AY to spell A at the end of a word. Pay. So it should look like this. Okay, the last word we're going to spell today is our heart word, sure. So please say the letter out loud while you're spelling. That way you see it, hear it, and you feel it while you're writing. The more senses, so sight, smell, taste, touch, the more senses you use when you learn something, the more likely you're going to remember it. Sure. S-U-R-E. So when I say it out loud, I hear it, I see it, and then I feel my paper against, my pen against the paper. Sure. Okay, the last thing we're going to do, and I'm sure, is we're going to read a new story. And it's a continuation. So it's chapter 3, Back from the Fire, the firefighters. So if you remember, we last left off, they had just finished putting out a fire. Remember, now's a good time to pause your device and try to read the story at your own pace before we read together. The stories we read are controlled stories, which means there's only words that are either sight or heart words we've learned, or they are the sounds that we have learned and practiced. Here we go. The firefighters rode back from the fire. Rose backed the truck in. She parked it so she would not have to back out for the next fire. Backing out takes too much time. They felt tired, but they could not stop to rest yet. First, they had to clean up to be ready for the next call. They checked the first aid kit. They got the used air tanks off the truck and put on full ones. Jack cleaned the smoke and dirt off the axe and fans. Vic and Lee put clean spare hoses on the truck. At last they could rest. We did a great job today, said Rose. Okay, go ahead and pause and try to read this on your own before we read together. Let's eat, said Lee. It's your turn to make the meal, said Vic. Lee and Rose fixed pork, beef, and other meat. They heated up greens, corn, and peas. They served beans and cheese in a large dish. The meal was ready, and everyone sat down. After all that work, they liked to eat. Then they watched TV and played games. When bedtime came, they put their turnout pants next to their beds. If the fire bell rang again, they would wake up, pull their pants on fast, and run to the trucks. Guys, do you see the word rang? Like sang, bang, and clang? So remember, when you see A-N-G, it says ang. Okay, and I really like the way the firefighters do it. They're always ready. That means when they get back, they take care of all their chores, things that need to be done, so they'll be ready if there's another call. We could learn a lesson about that. Make sure we're always ready. Make sure we get our work finished. That way it's taken care of. Okay, let's review the 4 new heart words we learned today. The first one was ever. And if you can read this, you can also read never, even. Let's spell it E-V-E-N, even. And the last heart word we learned today was change. Let's spell it C-H-A-N-G-E, change. Let's look at this heart word for a minute. What do you notice at the end of this word? So what syllable type is this? Yes, it's a silent E syllable. So this is one of those heart words that you really could sound out. But the word change is used so often that we really want to know it automatically rather than having to stop and sound it out. Okay, Lions, we're going to stop here. You did a great job. Thanks for joining me for a lesson, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Bye.